If you look closely at it here, I did mention to the owner that okay, let's rebuild this caliper. You can see I got all the parts all here laid out. It's actually a pretty good kit from All Balls. Even came with some stickers over here. Oh, yeah, right there. Even came with some stickers. That ought to add, what, 15 horsepower? Yeah. Pretty good kit. So we got your pins, your slide pins, your brake pins, Loctited. That blue stuff on there is. Bleeder cap and slide pin O-ring. Other side slide pin O-ring, and then these are the important ones. This is the square cut seal, and this is the wiper seal, and then the brake pads, of course. A couple new copper washers for the banjo bolt, and so it doesn't look clean. Actually looks pretty gross, but I spent quite a bit of time scrubbing it down. And, you know, it can look crappy and whatever, as long as the inside, the bore where the piston goes inside here, is nice and clean. And I got this at the piston. So this is like a rubber vulcanized piston. It's got a very light rubber on it. But I got that in there. It was so nice. So I set you up and rebuilding this thing. Okay, I got it all set up here. I'm going to try to do things a little differently. Camera's up on the counter. Hopefully my head isn't in the way, but this is what I was talking about. That piston slides in there. Oh, so nice. Yeah. So, what shall we do first? We shall get the brake fluid. So anytime you do anything with like brakes and whatnot, you always want to get the brake fluid, the appropriate stuff for what you're going to do. So if you're going to be like build engines, then you want engine oil, and if you want, like, I'm not going to put grease or anything in this because grease won't mix with brake fluid, because brake fluid is called hygroscopic. It absorbs the water, absorbs moisture. So I am going to take the new square cut seal. I'm going to give it a liberal coating of brake fluid, because brake fluid will act as a lubricant. And then I'm going to put it right down on the bottom hole here, bottom slot. So any vehicle that uses a brake caliper style braking system will use a square cut seal. Because the square cut seal not only is a seal, but it also retracts the piston after it's done its stroke. I can see this is going to take a little while. Ooh, mosquitoes are deadly out here today. Okay, I'm just going to put the seals in there because I'm going to start screaming and yelling and swearing, and I'll come back when that's done so I don't scream and yell on camera. Alright, that's got to be the worst, hardest job I've ever had to do on one of these, but it's in there and it moves and I'm not touching it anymore. Yeah, those O-rings did not want to get in there, and when they got in there they didn't want to seat properly. So we got back part of the bracket, and clean that up over here on the spinny majigger. I want to clean the pin surface up. Maybe I could take that right off of there. Might be a little easier to do it if I just take that right off of there. 10 out of 10. Oh. Oh.
I want to go in here.
Alright, couldn't get it off. Don't want to break it. Put it back in there. So now you got some rubbers to put on there. One rubber. These keep water out of the slide pins. Even cars have these. So this guy goes in this one here, in that hole, and I'm going to put a little bit of dielectric grease on there. A little bit of this silicone compound. Don't use normal grease. Normal grease will eat rubber. Petroleum products don't like other petroleum products. Nice liberal coating. We're gonna stick her in here. We're gonna try to stick this in here. Okay, need a screwdriver. Okay, I got it started in the hole. Careful using a small screwdriver. You don't want to puncture the rubber. The whole idea of the rubber is to keep the water and the moisture out of the slide pin. Then you get weird uneven brake wear. Okay, got her in there. Can you even see what I'm doing here? In there. Close, and then we just push her through. I would refrain from sticking something in the center and pushing it through this way, because you'll pop a hole in the back of the rubber. Oh, there it comes. Alright, rubber installed. So, this other rubber here, little steel cap came off the caliper. So this other rubber goes on the bracket here, on the pin. Goes on, I believe, this way. No, goes on this way. And locks into there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in here. On here instead. A little bit more dielectric grease. Over it, in it, under it. Probably not on it. Now it's all slippery. So that going that way, on that way, goes on that way. So then this guy here goes on this way, and then up and lock like that. That's not right. What am I doing here? Wrong. I don't know what the heck I'm thinking about. It wouldn't go on this pin because this pin goes in that hole. Genius. Goes on this, goes in this hole right here. Durr. Did it again. Little screwdriver. I don't know if you can see anything. Little screwdriver. Get that down inside that little hole. I really can't see what I'm doing here either. Almost. Almost. Stay in there, you son of a gun. Okay, I think I got her. I think it's in there. Yeah, almost. This right here. A little bit of crud maybe. take it, spin it. If you can spin it around, then it's in there perfectly. Okay, so then I'm going to load up silicone paste in this hole, in this rubber hole, and in this rubber hole. Like that. And then we are going to install it on the bike. Steel cap came off again. Oh, she's at the gate. You gotta go down there with her. Call 10.
My bike's broken.
Your bike is not broken. If Cadence is at the gate, you need to go down there with her. Okay. And that's in there. Just like that. I shall call that a rebuilt caliper. Now I gotta put the brake pads in. And the new pins. So the pads are pretty easy. One on this side. One on this side. I'm going to open that. Push that. Okay. And 1 pin, 2 pin. Boy, could this be any more of a boring video? Holy cow. Can't even see what I'm doing. What is going on here? Down, 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 down. Alright, well you kind of get the idea. And I'm going to take these pins and luck the pins in, and then I'll get her set it up on the bike. Okay, I have a rant. This is why it's so hard to buy quality parts these days. So these pins, they go through, and they go through both sides, and they hold the brake pads in place. So, would these pins not have to go through the slots in the brake pads? Well, here's a prime example. So you look at this pad here, right? The pin can go freely through that slot on both sides. But the other pad, identical, exactly the same, does not go through that. See that? Does not go through that. That means I have to take a file, a round file, and I have to file the holes open. I hate dealing with crap like this. Jeez. Build quality parts, manufacturers. So this is the kind of stuff that really bothers me, like a lot. And it probably won't take much to get this pin to fit, but this is the kind of stuff that you shouldn't have to do. The pin doesn't even fit in there yet. I wondered what the heck was going on, why this wouldn't. Even that's tight. So stupid. Okay, I gotta do this for like 10 minutes. Okay, let's try this again. With filed brake pads. Never thought I'd have to file brake pads to get them to work. This should just slide right through. Oh yeah, and the other part too is there's a brake shim in the bottom here. It's just a big spring. It's a spring. Stops the brake shoes from vibrating around. So that means you gotta push it down. Get the pin in. One pad in. That side is in. And that side is in. Like a Dassault. But why is that not go any farther? Okay. Okay. A. And then it's got the blue Loctite on there, so it won't vibrate out. Now I don't have to go super He-Man, because remember this stuff is all aluminum. So just in and snug. There, in and snug. I'm sure glad these things come with new pins, because these old pins are pretty hard to get out. I almost thought I had to drill them out. They were so tight. Just like that. The pads still move freely. It's good. It's good. Let me put some more juice on here. A little bit more of the juice, seeing as I took it off. A little bit of juice. A little bit of juice. Now remember, no grease. No grease. This is silicone paste, dielectric grease. Silicone compound. Non-conductive, which is helpful. Alright. Pop, pop, just like that. Caliper is fully rebuilt, ready to go back on the bike. Okay, caliper's on there, and it works good. We're not going to talk about this. Caliper's on there, it's good. It's got no leaks. Right on to the next thing. Can you tell I'm milking this job for all it's worth? Front brakes. Whoops. Front brakes, and I got a new clutch cable for it too. Alright, front brakes. Let's see how badly smoked these front ones are. Oh, smoking. Oh, there we go. I think the fronts are going to be just as badly smoked as the back ones were. Maybe we should flush in some new brake fluid in there too, seeing as I did the back. 1, 2. Uh-oh. Why does it not want to come off of there? Oh, it's always going to be a fight, huh? Why is this being a fight? Alright, I had a brilliant idea. I just took the bleeder off. Let it bleed out a little bit and then squish the caliper in. Yeah, now it's nice and loose. Okay, let's see how smoked these pads are. Ooh, that's not a good sign. I can't get it off. Bring it back when I get it off. Right, the fronts are just as smoked as the back, where there's a little bit left in there. Got a new pack right here. Slap them babies in there. Call her a day. Alright, front brakes are on there. It is officially done. All done. Brand new engine, new brakes, front and rear, all new gaskets throughout. It's a pretty sweet little bike. Spent some time there, put some new grips on there. Grips match the bike, the color, quite amazingly. But yeah, it's all done. I even threw a new clutch cable on there. Pretty easy job, kind of pointless to film it. But yeah, she's all done. All done. Project done. Tried to milk as much as I could out of it. Don't hate me. Yeah, there she is.